now I know I said that I was not going to show off the inner frames and start building parts, but as I was building the inner frame, I was deeply amazed at how different the inner frame is. And let me turn off my AC unit because it is kind of cool in here now. The weather has spiked up a bit, so I'm trying to compensate. I have a ceiling fan on. Maybe I should get a normal fan here, but for now, I just want to turn it off so you guys can hear me. And I guess you can, but... So first of all, this is a partly a new inner frame, you could say, up to a certain degree. For one, here's the inner frame parts, and it omits the foot, the torso. I believe that's for the wings, but I don't know if I have used it. It needs to be used. But it uses the arms, the legs, the waist, and the part that connects the torso. However, if I go from bottom up, this is a new foot, a lot more stabler and stronger, which I was a bit surprised. From the ankle all the way up to the waist is the original. The arm is the original, except this part, because you remove it so you can put in this new type of shoulder part, which quite frankly is a lot stronger. And since you don't need to use the waist, the torso, inner frame torso anymore, this is a new inner frame torso that you build from the ground, piece by piece. Again, very strong, very stable, very nice. It feels like China said, you know what, we love the Freedom Real Grade, we really do, but we have some ideas that we would like to incorporate, and here's our thoughts. And this is what they did, which I was a bit surprised to see something like this. All the other parts that I'm noticing right now, like basically the inner frame, the armored parts for the legs, the chest, the arms. I haven't seen the head yet. Let me look at the head. The head doesn't have an inner frame part. It's all, sub parts, so you can put them together. But I'm trying to figure out what is required to build separately, together, so I can paint it together. Chances are I'm going to be building the rail guns together, so I can paint them all in one shot. The wings don't feel like it needs to be built, painted, built separately. But the over-the-shoulder cannon, I think it does. Yeah, I'm just reviewing this. The beam rifle I'm going to have to assemble. That should be that. As a matter of fact, let's get it right now. Yeah, it's only 3 parts of C. I'm like removing parts that I definitely will need during this build, because I don't feel like removing parts and realize I don't need it. And then I gotta find a place to put it. I do have to get a new type of container to put all leftover parts. Yeah, I was impressed with the fact that I mean, okay, I thought externally the parts were going to be different, but internally I wasn't expecting it to be that slightly off or different. I gotta sand that part off, and I gotta find the part swimming hand. I think that's pretty much it, but I have to clean this up a bit. And then there's the backpack. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, it would probably be around that tall, that wide. It's going to be around the same size as the SD Gundam, Master Grade SD that I just finished. But yeah, I just want to do it the way it is, nothing crazy. But I'm surprised at how different it is. If you guys get your hands on this, please do so. It is really nice. Alright, let me continue on assembly and taking apart stuff, and then I'm going to start putting stuff on clips so I can get ready to prime, so give me some time. As you can see, I'm more comfortable now spray painting my parts now than how I had it before. A lot more comfortable. I have much more direct access to my spray booth. I can actually pull it out and clean it out well without moving things about, not making a dumb mess. I'm now more comfortable than I am ever before. Hopefully this will give me a better painting experience, you could say. The spray booth is functioning up to a certain degree, as you can see. I discovered something that I wanted to show off, but I'm going to have to wait until I'm done with the priming. It is such a dumb thing. Oh, hold on, drop something. Not a dumb thing, but more of an annoying thing that I have to do to the spray booth, or to what's causing it from not doing what's it's doing right now, which is clogging up and making it difficult for me to spray. The airflow is fine, no big deal. It's just that, like this, the water is not flowing, it's collecting up, because what happens was, as the water is splashing, it's splashing in here into the two sections where the air is being sucked in. And that is annoying now, because how can I continue working if the water is not flowing into the reservoir? Right now I can't find the clip that I had a moment ago, so I was holding this. Oh, here we go. Oh, no wonder this thing was connected to this, and I just painted it. Let me just do it again, so I can actually remove it later on. Some of these parts, there are a lot of parts here for real grade, and I forgot about it because there's so many different color tones in it. I have it separated by wings, by arms, by legs. I'm trying to get to each and every one of these properly. Hold on a second, I made a mess here. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. I also ran out of reversible tape, which I'm going to have to order some or get some soon. I always pick them up at Walmart. There we go. See, a lot easier. A lot easier to do this, but still, this is annoying as hell that this is not flowing through. Let me continue painting, because once I'm done, I want to show you how I was able to get it to work for a brief period of time. But let me finish priming these parts before we move forward. Alright, it's time for me to show you the culprit that's causing my airbrush not to function properly. This is the basket that the water is flowing through and collecting the particles, so that way it kept on flowing and flowing. Problem is, though, you're gonna have to clean it every time because it does clog up, and I have a hard time cleaning it because these are you know, a metal mesh. It's not like I actually, you know, get like a mesh wire, you know, like a brush and start brushing it. The holes are so small you can barely see it. The only way to see it, I'm gonna use this lamp here. Give you an idea. See, that's how it looks on the other side. Look how small they are. But that's clogged. That is actually literally clogged. because there's a lot of areas that even though I use soap and water, it doesn't work. I use thinner, and even that has a problem. And if the basket is not cleaned and it won't allow the water to flow, and it clogs up everywhere. So I've had this problem for a while, and then I read something that I read someplace online that sounded silly. It wasn't in reference to this, it was in reference to something else. And as silly as it was, I decided to try it. I'm going to take the lighter, and I want you to see what happens. I don't know if this will happen in camera, but if I put it right, yeah, there we go. If I put it right next to it, it'll begin to open and burn out the holes, or burn out whatever is out there that's covering it. And now, as you can see, the light is a lot more brighter and a lot more clearer. That means that it will flow a lot better. And you can actually see my fingers. You can barely see it though, but it works. It actually does. I have this torch lighter, to which I'm going to buy another one because I'm about halfway done. But it will work. So yeah, it's going to cook it off. It will be at least scar marks, but this is not meant to be pretty. It's meant to allow the flow of water and paint. Well, of water go through while paint is being collected. See? It's so clear you can actually see the light source. It is not technically the most practical way of doing this, but hey, it works. You don't need to replace the spray booth anytime soon, but I'm just going to have to learn to do this all the time. Just cook off my filter, remove all the excess paint that's there. The thinner is not working. Oh, the light source when I ran out of power. I'm out of power. I gotta charge this guy up. Alright, so there it is. That was the real reasons why this thing is not flowing, and I gotta do it all the time. Maybe I find another alternative way of doing this. Maybe get some other basket that will work out. But for now, we work with what we got. Let me continue on painting, and so we can get this kit done.